I've just spent 3 minutes of doing really good ASMR to realize that I didn't press record on my microphone and I saw it blinking. I think that's what causes depression. It hurts. I was actually doing really good ASMR. I'm like, okay. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the ASMR channel. I am doing weird stuff with the microphone. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the ASMR channel, where I am the ASMR master. I have the high ground. I have the high ground. Anakin, don't try it. Sorry, I had to. So anyway, today we're going to read scary stories to tell in the dark. You have heard my scary stories in a past video about a year ago, but today you are going to hear Alvin Schwartz, because I looked up his name in the back because I really didn't know it, and I just looked at it like 2 minutes ago, and because I have memory loss. Alvin Schwartz and the brilliant artwork of Stephen Gamble. Stephen Gamble has some fantastic artwork, as you can see on the front cover. Ooh, it's a scarecrow. Let's tell you scary stories. Say pee your pants and not go to sleep. Warning: these stories are horrible. They're absolutely horrible. Okay, let me just say something. I've read a few of these stories, and my God, why? I think I can become a pretty good author if I just had that artwork, man. Stephen Gamble, darn it. You're the reason why these sold. I mean, the stories are awful. I read some and I'm like, is this really for... this must just be for kids, I guess. I think the artwork is way more scarier than the actual stories themselves, but let's dive in and read them. I'm going to flip to a random page. I'm going to read it. Oh, that's weird. It opened up to this creepy woman. Ooh. It's called Other Dangers. I think it's a chapter name, though. Most of the scary stories in this book have been passed down over the years, but the ones in this chapter have been told only in recent times. They are stories that young people often tell about dangers we face in our lives today. Stephen Gamble. Let's read your crappy story, Stephen Alvin Schwartz. This one is called The Hook. The Hook. If you guys hear any type of farting noise, that is the leather to the couch and the pillow I am resting on. Ooh, it's a scary hook. Oh boy. If the book tells me to jump at you guys or to start screaming, stay calm. I will not do that. Because it's an ASMR video, and I don't want people to be waking up. Woke up. I'm taking Spanish, and I don't know. Okay. Donald and Sarah went to the movies. Then they went for a ride in Donald's car. They parked on a hill at the edge of town. From there they could see the lights up and down the valley. Donald turned on the radio and found some music, but an announcer broke in with a news bulletin. A murderer had escaped from the state prison It was armed with a knife and was headed south on foot. His left hand was missing. In its place, he wore a hook. Doom doom. "Let's roll up the windows and lock the doors," said Sarah. "That's a good idea," said Donald. "That prison isn't too far away," Sarah said. "Maybe we really should go home." "But it's only 10 o'clock, said Donald. "I don't care what time it is," she said. "I want to go home." "Look, Sarah," said Donald. "He's not going to climb all the way up here. Why would he do that? Even if he did, all the doors are locked. How could he get in?" "Donald, he could take that hook and break through a window and open a door," she said. "I'm scared. I want to go home." Donald was annoyed. Stupid Donald. "Girls always are afraid of something," he said. As he started the car, Sarah thought she heard someone or something scratching at her door. Did you hear that?" she asked as they roared away. "It sounded like somebody was trying to get in." "Oh, sure," said Donald. Soon they got to her house. "Would you like to come in and have some cocoa?" she asked. "No," he said. "I've got to go home." Oh, now he has to go home. He went around to the other side of the car to let her out. Hanging on the door handle was a hook. That's the end. Next story. Yay. Next story. Okay. This is so exciting. Oh my gosh. How many do I have to read of these? I'm not going to read them. If you guys like this video, if you like it, leave a like and comment. We want more scary stories. Maybe we want more scary stories to tell in the dark with Mike commenting in between the lines. I'm probably going to do that right now. I'm sorry. I'm going to do one I read. That was like okay, I guess. Like okay, compared to the... Okay, I can't find it. Never mind. Oh wait, there it is. I think you guys might have read this one called High Beams. That's really creepy. The camera is actually catching her face. It knows it's a face. That's actually creepier than the story itself. Alright. That just shows how talented Stephen Campbell is at drawing. I mean, it detected the freaking face. High beams. The girl driving the old blue sedan was a senior at the high school. She lived on a farm about 8 miles away and used the car to drive back and forth. She had driven into town that night to see a basketball game. Now she was on her way home. As she pulled away from the school, she noticed a red pickup truck follow her out of the parking lot. A few minutes later, the truck was still behind her. I guess we're going the same direction, she thought. She began to watch the truck in her mirror. When she changed her speed, the driver of the truck changed his speed. When she passed a car, so did he. Then he turned on his high beams, flooding her car with light. He left them on for almost a minute. He probably wants to pass me, she thought, but she was becoming uneasy. Usually she drove home over a back road. Not too many people went that way. But when she turned onto that road, so did the truck. I've got to get away from him, she thought, and she began to drive faster. Then he turned his high beams on again. After a minute, he turned them off. Then he turned them on again, and off again. She drove even faster, but the truck driver stayed right behind her. Then he turned his high beams on again. Once more, the car was ablaze with light. What is he doing? She wondered. What does he want? Then he turned them off again, but a minute later he had them on again and he left them on. At least, she pulled into their driveway and the truck pulled in right behind her. She jumped from the car and ran to the house. Call the police, she screamed at her father. Out in the driveway, she could see the driver of the truck. He had a gun in his hand. When the police arrived, they started to arrest him, but he pointed to the girl's car. You don't want me, he said. You want him. Crouched behind the driver's seat, there was a man with a knife. I love how the thunder effect. I didn't add that, I swear. There was a man with a knife. As the driver of the truck explained it, the man slipped into the girl's car just before she left the school. He saw that it happened, but there was no way he could stop it. He thought about getting the police, but he was too afraid to leave her, so he followed the car. Each time the man in the back seat reached up to overpower her, the driver of the truck turned on his high beams. Then the man dropped down, afraid that someone might see him. Ladies and gentlemen, that is I-beams. High beams. High beams. One more. Me die Dodie Walker. This one has a bit of singing in it, I guess. There was a haunted house where every night a bloody head fell down the chimney. At least that's what people said. So nobody would stay there overnight. Then a rich man offered $200 to whoever would do it. Listen, if you hear that a haunted house has decapitated heads falling down the frickin' chimney every night, and some rich guy is offering you $200. You tell him, listen buddy, listen pal, friend of mine. You rich, give me more money. $200 for decapitated heads falling down the chimney. Anyway, or you say no. You be logical and say, no, I wouldn't like to sleep in someone's house and trespass and sleep in a haunted house where I can die, okay? And this boy said he would try if he could have his dog with him, so it was all settled. Don't involve the dog. The very next night, the boy went to the house with his dog. To make it more cheerful, he started a fire in the fireplace. Sorry. Then he sat in front of the fire and waited, and his dog waited with him. For a while, nothing happened, but a little after midnight, that was scary. I'm kind of scared. I heard the house shake. Anyway. For a while, nothing happened, but a little after midnight, he heard someone singing softly and sadly off in the woods. The singing sounded something like this. Me die do walker. It's just somebody singing, the boy told himself. But he was frightened. That's when he realized he should have asked for like $2,000. Then his dog answered the song. Softly and sadly it sang, Linchy, kinchy, collie, molly, dingo, dingo. The boy could not believe his ears. His dog had never uttered a word before. I would hope not. Then a few minutes later he heard the singing again. Now it was closer and louder, but the words were the same. Me die do walker. This time the boy tried to stop his dog from answering. He was afraid that whoever was singing would hear it and come after them. But his dog paid no attention, and again it sang, Linchy, kinchy, coley, moley, dingo, dingo. A half hour later the boy heard the singing again. Now it was in the backyard and the song was the same. Me die do walker. Again the boy tried to keep his dog quiet, but the dog sang out louder than ever. Linchy, kinchy, coley, moley, dingo, dingo. I guess that's not really sad. Soon the boy heard the singing again. Now it was coming down the chimney. Me tie do walker. The dog sang right back. Linchy, kinchy, coley, molly, dingo, dingo. Suddenly a bloody head fell out of the chimney. It missed the fire and landed right next to the dog. The dog took one look and fell over, dead from fright. The head turned and stared at the boy. Slowly it opened its mouth and turned to one of your friends and screamed, ah. So yeah, I think that's a good place to stop. I hope you guys have enjoyed. It's awfully hot back here. I feel like my face is kind of on fire. So I'm gonna go to sleep now. I also have to burp really bad. I'm sorry about it. Okay, I think I'm good now. Sorry about that. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else to do. Alright, anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed the scary story to tell in the dark. And my narration, I guess. Leave a comment to see, for me to see if you guys enjoyed it, or maybe a suggestion I have little to no time, but maybe in the future I'll make more videos. It's just sort of crazy lately. I'm finishing up the first half semester, so I have finals soon. And a bunch of other crap. Alright. I'll see you guys later. Hope you're sleeping by now, and I am out.